Hi, welcome to another episode of Wild Mompreneurs. We're here to inspire you to live healthy with essential oils, mentor you through daily experiences, and equip your teams for success. Welcome to the first installment of Myth Monday. The first myth that I would like to address with you guys concerning essential oils is that all essential oils, pure therapeutic grade essential oils, as long as there's no fillers in them, will last forever. That is a very common myth. If you keep them sealed, that's one thing. But once you crack those babies open, there's three main things that will affect how long your oils will last. The first is oxygen. When you take the top off of your essential oil, it has that orifice reducer, which is the plastic on top, so it's not being completely exposed to air, but oxygen is getting in there. And once oxygen gets in there, you've started the oxidation process. Like when you cut open an apple and you leave it on the counter, it's going to turn brown. That's oxidation. So as soon as you crack that baby open, you've started the oxidation process. That's inevitable. Second is heat. Steam distilled essential oils, which a lot, if not most of our essential oils at Young Living are steam distilled. They're less prone to heat damage, but still, they do tell you to keep them in a cool place and not expose them to heat. Now this brings up another topic, cooking with our Vitality essential oils. I've seen a lot of you, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I've seen myself cooking and baking and using our essential oils in our pots of stew and soup and all that stuff when we know that heat messes up the oil. And actually, I will link the page below. There is a page on Young Living where they tell you to add your essential oil after you're done cooking and baking. So there go your peppermint brownies, and there go your thyme cheddar biscuits and all this awesome stuff you guys have been making. Young Living themselves actually recommend to add the essential oil after and not into a big pot of boiling stew or into an oven or something's gonna go in, because heat does affect the oil. And the third thing is light. That's why our bottles are amber, that dark brown color, because it keeps UV rays out. UV rays actually cause free radicals in the oils. So those three things, oxygen, heat, and light, will affect your oils so that they won't last forever. Now, how long will they last? This is where I get a little techie. I will put all of these terms below so that you can look it up yourself and see which oils will last for how long. So oils that have a lot of monoterpenes or oxides, those oils will last 1 to 2 years max. Those are your citrus oils, your orange, your lemon, your lime, your tea tree, your frankincense. Those aren't citrus, but they do have a lot of monoterpenes and oxides. Those bottles, once they're open, will last you 1 to 2 years tops. Oils that have a lot of phenols will last up to 3 years once they've been opened, and that's basil, bergamot, fennel, oregano, rosemary, the spice type oils. Oils that have a lot of monoterpenols, ketones, or esters, those will last 4 to 5 years. Those are cardamom, cinnamon, clary sage, helichrysum, peppermint, spearmint, ylang ylang, for example. And lastly, oils that have a lot of sesquiterpenes and sesquiterpenols. Yes, my friends. Those will last up to 6 years. And that's your cedarwood, your copaiba, your myrrh, your rose, your sandalwood, your vetiver, your wintergreen, oils like that. So again, I will put these terms below so that you can look up your oil and see how much of these different things are inside of your oils and see how long they last. But really, if you're like me, you're going through these oils quickly. You don't have them sitting around. When you order, when Young Living is having a big sale, or you have your Essential Rewards order every month, and you stockpile on these oils, just make sure that the extra oils that you're getting, you don't just have open bottles all over the place. Use one bottle at a time, finish it, keep the other ones stored properly. So how do you make your oils last longer? You keep them tightly closed. When I first got my oils, I would just open it up and just be smelling it in the car all open, and that's cool. But my husband would be like, aren't you like wasting it? Isn't that not good? He knew intuitively that it wasn't good to do that. So it is good to open it and smell it and close it back up. But to sit there with the bottle open and just smell it all night long, you're going to cause more oxygen to get into the bottle. So open up your bottle, use your drops, close it back up, and make sure they're closed tightly. Also, store them upright. I mentioned in another video that my unopened bottles are in another box, but they're in a box like all strewn about. So after I learned these things, I went and bought another wood box so that I can store them upright. Because think about it, those citrus oils especially, they tell you that it eats through plastic, and you have your citrus bottles all laying on their side. People have complained that the citrus has eaten through that the cap, it's eaten through the orifice reducer, it's eaten through all of that. So make sure that you're storing them upright so that they're not getting more oxygen inside, so that they're not spilling over into the plastic caps and causing damage there. Also, store them in a cool, dark place. Some people even suggest putting your essential oils in the refrigerator. I haven't gone that far, but I do make sure that I keep them in a wood box that's dark and cool. And you don't want to expose them to heat. Right now in the Northeast, we're in the winter. But what happens in the summer when you forget and you leave your oils in the car, or you bring your oils with you to the beach, or you bring your oils in your purse and you're walking around all day? Be aware that they really should not be in heat, because it's not good for them, and they need to be in a cool, dark place. Don't lay them out in the sun. Even though they are in amber bottles, you don't want to expose them to too much light. So once again, our first myth Monday is that pure essential oils with no fillers will last forever. That's not true. They will not last forever, especially if you don't treat them properly and you don't take care of them properly. These oils, though they're made extremely well and they're extremely pure and therapeutic grade, you still have to treat them well, and you have to take care of them and use them as directed and not abuse them. And I'm really sorry about your peppermint brownies and your thyme vegan cheddar biscuits that you love to make. But you really shouldn't be putting your oils in anything that's going to be hot and exposed to extended periods of heat, because it will damage the oil, and then you don't want to internalize that. So I hope I busted that myth for you without breaking your heart. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I make new videos every day, and I would love to have you hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.